Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so thankful that you're able to join me here today. We are taking a look at the month of June for Cancer. So wherever you happen to have a Cancer in your birth chart, or if you just want to check in on a Cancer, hello and welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Now please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so that affects my memory. Sometimes I really struggle to even find my words or get them out. You know, I do get tongue-tied pretty easily. I also have tremors, which sometimes it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands, and whenever that happens, I drop whatever I'm holding, cards included, so it can make shuffling a little difficult sometimes. I can really struggle with my grip. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so that I can read them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. You know, the message gets out the way that it is meant to eventually, right? Okay, so Cancer, you are getting a bonus in this month's reading. Thank you so much for running them numbers up in last month's reading. If you would like a chance at a bonus in your next month's reading, make sure you run them numbers up on this reading. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me. I would absolutely love that. I love being able to connect with you guys one-on-one. It really brings a lot of joy to my life, and so make sure you're checking out that description box down below. So all right, Cancer, before we get into the cards, I am going to, well, me and Spirit, I guess I should say, you know, I don't want to take all the credit. We're going to get a gemstone message from the Spirit board. So, all right, Cancer, June 2025, a gemstone message. Okay, you got Jade coming in. Ooh, Jade is for protection here, you guys. Jade has an ancient and beautiful tradition as a protective shield and talisman. This stone acts in a protective way because it has a balancing effect. Jade may help the wearer to formulate ambitious plans with the belief that they are possible. The stone has a reputation for being able to create and sustain a desire for success and abundance without prompting greediness or overindulgence. Ooh, that is wonderful. Jade is considered to be especially good as a protection stone for children. It is also favorable for strengthening mental faculties and decision making. Jade works well as an inspiring touchstone since it is believed to promote creative thought and the practical applications that make it possible in the waking world. Jade's message. Jade is a helpful stone for those who have a nervous temperament or are easily overwhelmed because it provides grounding energy and a sense of security. So, you know, maybe if you're feeling discombobulated a little bit, you know, find something jade, like a bracelet, a necklace, earrings, you know, even a little stone maybe that you can keep in your pocket. I have a jade up on my door next to a cinnamon stick to encourage abundance and prosperity, while, you know, I don't want to be greedy or, you know, anything like that. So I've also always heard jade by the door, pour no more. So, you know, you could put it in a prosperity bowl or just have it, you know, in a spot close to your door to encourage abundance, you know, and all of that. So I also want to say a happy birthday to any of my Krabby Patties that have a June birthday before I, get too distracted and forget all about it. I hope that your day is so special and so amazing and so wonderful. All right, let's get some Sixth Sense Oracle here. Now you can look at this as being past, present, future. You can look at it as being all present, all future. You could also look at it as being the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, the end of the month, however it resonates for you personally. And we already have a couple of flyers here. However it resonates for you personally, when your spidey senses start tingling, make sure you're paying attention, because that is your intuition letting you know, hey, this is for us, or nope, not quite for me. All right, so first off, you have a number 39, prison here. Ooh, okay. What is going on with that? You have a number 33 for romance. Ooh, okay. I love that. You actually have 4 cards. Ooh, a number 23, heart light. So, your heart chakra there. And you have a number 40 for work. All right. Ooh, okay. Some interesting energies. I am going to read from the book here a little bit. You have 39 and 40. So, succession, or however that is, whatever that is called, sequence. My brain is like not working very well today, so just bear with me here, you guys. So, okay. Prison. Do you need to escape an unhappy relationship, a bad situation, or a job? Are you trapped because you lack the funds or confidence to escape? Perhaps you're stuck in a traumatic memory. Are you in a real prison, or are you a prisoner of your mind? It's time to surrender the situation to the infinite spirit so you can receive heaven's help. Let go of the need to control. Accept love, guidance, and inspiration to enable you to break free. Some good crystals: clear quartz, amethyst, black tourmaline, and tiger's eye. The affirmation: I am guided by the infinite spirit and graciously receive divine intervention. Ooh, I like that, you guys. Divine intervention. I'm also hearing divine timing taking place here as well. So, for some of you, you could be, I'm seeing that 8 of Swords in my mind's eye, where, she has the blindfold on. She's got all those swords around her and the birds, and it looks like the birds have her imprisoned, but really she has imprisoned herself. And if she would just take off the blindfold, and break free, you have to step up and be your own hero. All right, let's move on to romance. It's the perfect time to meet someone new or rekindle the flame with your loved one. Keeping romance and love strong requires patience and understanding. In a new romance, you need time to get to know each other properly. It's easy to be starstruck when someone new is fun and comfortable to be around. If after 3 weeks or 3 months you notice negative changes in this person, walk away. So now I'm going to add, I think it depends, because we all have positive and negative things about ourselves. So if they're huge red flags, I would definitely walk away. But if you're like, you know what, that's not so bad, I can handle that, I can deal with that, and it's not compromising who you are, then, wait it out, see what happens, and then, in another 3 months, reprocess it, go over it again and see, have the red flags gotten worse, or, is Is things going good? I can handle this, you know. Don't allow yourself to be with someone who doesn't compliment you. The right one is coming soon. Crystals, rose quartz, rhodonite, garnet, and jade showing up there for you again. Affirmation: I am open to romance and I welcome giving and receiving love. So, you know, you have to be open and ready to give and receive this love. So next we have a number 23, heart light. You connect with the divine through your heart center. It feels like a beacon of light that expands outward and upward into the universe. It fills you with divine love and inspiration. It carries messages of encouragement, hope, and love. It's the best teacher in the universe and able to guide you through all situations. When you feel uneasy, trust your gut, as this is the divine talking to you, trying to help you avoid making mistakes. Crystals, celestial quartz, apophyllite, and selenite. Affirmation: I am in harmony with the divine and receive divine guidance. Yes, you know, you got to be really in tune with your star player here, you guys, so that you can receive those messages and downloads that fast. All right, number 40, work. Work should complement your personality and feed your soul. Do you yearn for something more fulfilling? What about that wonderful talent you put aside to earn a living? It's possible to earn your living by doing something that suits your personality. Being happy at work is more important than how much you make. Money tends to show up in magical ways when you do what you do best. Be open to opportunities to use your talents and follow your passion. Crystals, citrine, carnelian, selenite, and tiger's eye. Affirmation: I am happy with my work and receive excellent pay. Ooh, I like that. All right, Cancer, let's see what is going on in the love department for you this month of June. Now, this can include yourself. It can include family, friends, significant other, literally anywhere that you have love. So, you know, if you're like, hey, Gigi, I really love my job, then guess what? That is also included here with these messages. Okay, quite a bit coming through here for you in the love department this month. My goodness. Okay, Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So, you know, you really have to look, are you being the stubborn, aggressive person, or are you dealing with someone who is a stubborn, aggressive person? Now, when the Ram comes through, I do feel Aries energy here with that. So you could be dealing with an Aries or someone that has Aries in their birth chart, or you yourself could have Aries in your birth chart, and it's quite okay if you don't know. Okay. Ooh, okay, we do have the casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So, you know, some kind of rough, you know, feeling like you're in prison, that type of a rough situation could be coming to an end for some of you. You know, this could be the anniversary of someone's passing. It could be the birthday of someone, you know, or birth month of someone that you love that has passed. It doesn't necessarily mean that someone is going to pass away. So just take it how it resonates, you guys. All right, we have the tree, affairs with your family. So your family tree here, you guys. All right, we have the bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Hey, hey, maybe you're going to get flowers this month. We have the box, you will receive a gift, and I heard a precious gift. So I know for some of you it is your birth month, so You have the tulip here. I told you you were going to get some flowers for great passion. Ooh, things heating up, especially with that romance card. We do have older man dealings or relationship with an older man. So this could be anywhere, you know, in your relationships. He could be, you know, connected to that casket, connected to the family tree. Maybe he's an Aries, you know. Literally, the possibilities are endless because there are so many of us. And you do have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. You know, they do say there's a thin line between love and hate. So, you know, this older man could be that ram energy, you know, stubborn, really set in his ways. And maybe you butt heads sometimes, and, you know, he can be hard to deal with is what I'm hearing here as well. So really test your patience, really test, you know, the boundaries, right? But, you know, you love them. Sometimes you may not always like them. You know, that's coming through as well. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finances here for you, Cancer, this month of June. I'm always like, come on, let me have $1 million. You know, how awesome would it be if you just woke up tomorrow and there's $1 million sitting in your account? I'd be like, heck yeah, I manifested that ish right there. All right, you have the gavel, involvement with the law. So, ooh, what is going on here? You know, for some it could be a divorce. You know, you did have end of the situation coming through. For some of you, most of you, I feel like, watch your speed, okay? You know, like if you have a lead foot, maybe you want to pay attention and not, you know, be in such a rush. All right, we have the ant for work, achievement, and success going on here. You know, ants work together for the greatest good of the whole colony, and ants are very strong. You know, they can carry things twice their, you know, not just twice their weight, but beyond their weight and things like that. So, you know, they're very industrious, they're very hardworking, and I feel like you are too. You know, you did have that work card come up, so maybe some of your hobbies, you know, maybe you thought, no, there's no way I can make a living off of that, but, you know, there's literally people on YouTube that are making a living from playing video games, you guys. So pretty much anything and everything, right? We also have the crown. Honor and respect will come to you. So don't give up, you guys. Like, I feel like that's the biggest message there. Adjust your crown, keep going, because things will get better. We also have the apple. Temptation will test you. You know, make sure you're paying attention. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a snake in that tree right by that apple, just waiting to bite you if you do decide that you cannot resist temptation. So don't give in to it. You know, you have this crown, you guys. You are royal. I can't even talk today. Royal. You are sovereign. So, you know, in tarot, one of your cards is the Chariot, you guys. You know, he is in control. You are the only one that should be steering the direction of your life. You're the only one that should be making the choices and the decisions for yourself. So, all right, let's see what's going on in life for you this month of June, Cancer. So, you know, life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. You know, your girl here is like, hey, yo, life, why don't you pump your brakes? You know, use some Vaseline. And life's like, nah, bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, just because I can don't mean I want to. All right, let's see. Ooh, you have the Lion for time to act. So you're going to know when to act on things and when not to. You're going to know when you have the green light or the red light or even a caution light. Pay attention to them lights, you guys. You know, you don't want to end up with a bunch of tickets, right? I even heard parking tickets, so make sure you're parking where you're supposed to. That's coming through as well. So, but with the lion, I always feel Leo energy. Hello, I'm a Leo sun anyway, so you could be dealing with someone that's a Leo. You could have a Leo in your birth chart. They could have Leo in their birth chart. You know, the possibilities are literally endless. Leo season is right after Cancer season, so you know, not that far away, end of July, first part of August for Leo. So something could be unfolding, and that's when the time to act will be. But trust and believe that you will know exactly when and how to act. And it's okay if you don't know what's in your birth chart or in someone else's. Ooh, you do have cat for a two-faced friend. Ooh, you know, a case of the fake people. I love cats, though. I'm kind of sad that that's considered a two-faced friend. That's kind of mean to cats right there, but okay. You know, because the lion's a big cat, right? And they're loyal, so you know, someone, and you can test people, you guys, you know, tell them something that's, you know, not even true, and see how long it takes to get back to you. You know, then you know if you can trust them or not with the big things. But, you know, someone's going to reveal who they truly are. You know, you did have it where it said something about, you know, 3 weeks, 3 months. So, you know, that's not just romantic. That's, you know, anyone that comes into your life, and it could even be someone that's been around you for a long time, and you're like, wow, what? You're two-faced? How did you hide that? The math ain't mathin'. All right, we have the kite for vacation. I feel like this is very vital and necessary. You know, for some of you, I do feel like you know, you're in prison. It could deal with work. It could deal with your relationships. Like I said, there's so many of us, so the possibilities are literally endless here. But, you know, maybe you need a mental vacation, or, you know, if you're not taking an actual vacation, a spiritual one, you know, an emotional one. It could literally be anything there. But, you know, especially if you're close to burnout, you guys. We also have the horse for a short journey. So, you know, maybe part of this vacation is a little short journey. Maybe you're deciding to take better care of yourself, you guys, which is very vital and necessary. All right, let's get a message from the moon for you. The moon is all about changes in our lives. The moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get a message from Mama Moon for Cancer for this month of June. What is it that the moon wants you to know here? All right, first we have bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So, ooh, okay. You know, Aquarius is the water barrier. They are an air sign, even though you would think they would be a water sign, but they aren't. Okay, confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo, so Leo coming through for you yet again here. And a time for healing. Yes, balsamic moon. Ooh, okay, some interesting energies here. You know, Aquarius and Leo are opposite signs, you know, and they say opposites attract, right? So, you know, maybe you're with someone who's your opposite sign. I think for Cancer, that would be Capricorn, if I remember right. So, okay, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. You need to be more detached from the situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. Attune to the moon. Explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. So, them connections that you are making here, you guys, they are important, because that two-faced person there, get them the heck out of there. All right, new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. It's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light, have some pride, spoil yourself. You've earned it. And you've turned someone's head. You did have that gift coming in, and the bouquet, a secret admirer. Ooh, attune to the moon. Make time to have fun. Yes, you guys, life requires balance, work and play. All right, balsamic moon, a time for healing. It's time to let go of the past. You are about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how the situation would look if everyone were healed. Attune to the moon. When one is healed, all are healed. And I'm being drawn to that family tree here. You can do meditations, removing generational curses, improving your ancestral connections. And when we do that, we remove it for future generations as well as ourselves, and we help heal the generations that come before us and the ones that come after us. So it's a very loving, kind thing to do, very nurturing, which, when I think of Cancers, I think of you as being very loving, very nurturing. I know I joke and say Krabby Patty. I mean, I can be a Krabby Patty too. I have Cancer placements. I was actually supposed to be born during Cancer season, but I told my mama, nah, because I would have shared a birthday with a cousin and an uncle if I had been born July 16th, and I was like, nah, dog, I want my own birthday. So I made her wait till August 3rd. So I'm the stubborn person. All right, let's get a chakra wisdom message here for you, Cancer. Let's see what else you need to know here for this month of June for Cancer. For Cancer, let's see. Okay. Ooh, we have faith coming through. So you gotta have a little more faith here, you guys. Such a beautiful card and a beautiful message here. So faith, let's see. Is that a blue card or a... Well, it looks purple to me. Okay, there it is. Faith. Royal purple brick. And there I go. Royal. Royal and rural. I struggle. Royal purple brick. We are all wounded. Some wounds are recognized easily, while others are not. Forge ahead and do not allow your pain to hold you back. You are meant to inspire others, and if you do not carry on, they will suffer. It is time to deliver your message. Ooh, you guys, that is powerful right there. So I am more than I think I am. The legend, Peggy is terrified. She can't see past the wall in front of her, and it is preventing her from moving forward. She cries out for help. The great spirits appear and tell her that she is holding a royal purple brick, thinking it is a wall. They encourage her to place the brick back in the path and ask her not to give up on life. Peggy lowers the brick to the ground and courageously steps forward. Her future lights up. Inspiration. What frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation. Your greatness awaits. Personal inquiry. I have a tremendous amount of personal magnetism. Am I willing to allow myself to shine? Key ideas, narrow focus, miracles all around, not following wise counsel, not accepting your gifts, using energy in a self-defeating way. Keywords, gifts, muse, and fear. So, you have to really look at things, you guys, and hold on to your faith. Don't let temporary problems, temporary situations, get in the way. Don't even let yourself get in your own way and block your blessings from coming through. All right, let's get a crystal wisdom message here for you, Cancer, for this month of June. Okay, it has spoken. That one flew right out. Ancient wisdom crystal for ancient wisdom. I am an expression of the powerful ancient wisdom of my soul. It guides me through life. Ooh, yes, I love that, you guys. That is beautiful. Let's get some chakra love messages here for you, Cancer, for this month of June. Let's see what else you need to know here for June for Cancer. Let's see. Okay. So third eye chakra, fluorite, destiny. Follow your instincts. They lead to the truth. Not only the truth, but your truth here, you guys. So tap into your own inner wisdom, your own inner guidance this month of June. Your intuition is leading and guiding you. Divine timing. You're under divine protection. All right, let's get an angel answers message. This is your bonus. Maybe you have some questions. So this is one way for your angels to connect and, give you a little encouragement, give you a little wisdom. Ooh, we have big happy changes. They are right around the corner here, you guys. Hold on to your faith. Do not give up. Keep going. You also have weight. So you are being cautioned, to watch and wait. See how things unfold before you make any major decisions. And trust and believe that your guides and your angels are working overtime behind the scenes on your behalf for your highest and greatest good. So, when you activate them, when you ask for their help, guess what? They are right there, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and doing their very best to help you in any way that they can. Maybe it's to intervene on your behalf, so trust and believe, you guys. I feel like that is the biggest thing. Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and bet on yourself 100%. All right, Cancer, these are your messages for June. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button. Run them numbers up on this reading for a chance at a bonus in your next month's reading. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. You are part of the teamwork that makes the dream work. It wouldn't be possible without all of you. And when you're liking and you're commenting, it lets me know, hey girl, we like what you're doing. We want to see more of it. And I'm like, all right, I got you. I can do that. All right, so June's theme is pearls of wisdom. Pearl is the birthstone for June. That's why I Spirit and I chose gemstones for this month. And, you know, tap into your own inner wisdom, you know, even if it's for 5 minutes, you know, maybe it's even less than that starting out. Maybe you can only meditate and pray for a minute, but you know what, that's a minute more than what you were doing. And you know, the more you tap into and connect with your higher self, the stronger that connection gets. And you know, you deserve beautiful, wonderful, and amazing things. You deserve to have your dream life. You just have to believe that you are worthy, that you are deserving. You have to know that you know that you know, you guys, that you can have the things that you want. And if they don't come to you, take that as a sign. Your guides, your angels, the universe is like you're wishing and dreaming too low. You need to set the bar a little higher. More and better is coming your way. So be open and ready to receive it. All right, Cancer, I hope you have an amazing month of June. Happy birthday to any of my Cancer tribe. From the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. And I want to say thank you, blessed be, namaste, and goodbye.